Now let's look into this easy question. Question says if mod of x is greater than 3, then which of the following must be true? So this keyword is very important, must be true. So mod of x is greater than 3, then the value of x would be greater than 3, or the value of x must be greater than, or sorry, less than minus 3. In both these cases, the value of mod of x would be greater than 3. Now let's check each of the cases, conditions given. The first case says, or the first statement says, x is greater than 3. Now x is greater than 3, it just satisfies one of the condition but not the other, that x is less than minus 3. So this must not be true. So in the case of must not be, we have to look at each of the situations. Now the second statement says x square is less than, or x square is greater than 9. In this case, the value of x would be greater than 3, or the value of x is less than minus 3. So it is just equivalent to what exactly we had. So this statement would be definitely or must be true. Now let's look into the third statement, that mod of x minus 1 is greater than 2. Now let's solve this. What is it exactly? Mod of x minus 1 is greater than 2. Now you have just two ways to solve this. Either you just do a hit and trial and you can easily find, like when the x is positive, or when the value of x is positive, the minimum value that you want for x is 3, or anything greater than 3 would satisfy. So the first condition would be satisfied. Now when the value of x is negative, any value less than minus 1 would satisfy. So minus 1.5 would also satisfy, but minus 1.5 is not in this range of negative value of x. So this would be nullified, or this statement must not be true. Or you can solve using the equation. Let's try to do that using the equation, that mod of x minus 1 is greater than 2. Then what do we do is we have to equate the whatever is there in the modulus function, equate it to 0 and find the values accordingly. Now when the value of x is greater than 1, this modulus x minus 1 is a positive value. So x minus 1 is greater than 2, then x is greater than 3. So yes, this was our initial case, and in this case we have a sub case that x is greater than 3. Let's check at the other case, that when the value of x is less than 1, when the value of x is less than 1, modulus of x minus 1 is nothing but minus of x plus 1 is greater than 2. In this case, minus of x is greater than 1. When we multiply minus on both the sides, the sign of inequality changes, then x is less than minus 1. So this is the case overall, that x is less than minus 1, but for the negative value we need to have x is less than minus 3. So this doesn't satisfy. So this equation must not be true. So the answer is only 2, or 2 only is the must not condition which satisfies.